What's up, fam? Welcome to Let's Let Us Speak Truth. We got the crew on here. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all?
Hello.
Trav over there. Unmute Trav. Paper Sack Brown. Okay, there you go.
That's him tonight. He paper sack brand.
Well, if you get a paper sack bag and you get my skin complexion, they are identical. So, if you're looking for something, I mean,
Not true. Your paper sack is lighter.
no, it's identical. If you were to get a paper sack bag and put it
Go
up
get a
together.
bag. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't have one, but I should get one.
All right, y'all. Everybody good? Y'all have a good week?
I did.
It's been quite some time. We haven't been together in a while.
Yeah, it's been hectic for everybody. And we got graduations, we got businesses, we got all kind of stuff going on. But we here. Y'all, today's topic is going to be types of relationships. So,
Okay.
my first question to y'all, give me one type of relationship and one thing you hate about it.
What, like romantic relationship or
Any.
work relationship?
Any.
Oh, I hate work relationships when I gotta be nice to people I can't stand.
Girl, I hear you.
Tootie, you should just concentrate on being nice, period.
I don't have to do shit.
Look at my fingers, okay? I'm gonna do this.
Get them sausages down. Ain't them big ass hot dog fingers.
Listen. I'm doing this. When I push it apart, I'm pushing your eyebrows apart so you don't have that attitude on your face. Get that off. Look.
Types of relationships. She said,
that's what I want. I like that.
You see this though? Okay.
No, I don't quite understand that.
Come on, y'all. Trav, Lanita, types of relationships.
I mean, types of relationships. So you have so many different ones. You have
one and one thing you hate about it.
I guess I would say some friendships don't have good boundaries.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this, since she said that word. That's another woman word, boundaries.
Oh my gosh. Are you gonna say that women are terrible friends to each other?
No, you said boundaries. What the hell is this imaginary boundary thing you guys keep talking about? Because men don't say that.
I don't think it's an imaginary boundary. It's not an imaginary boundary, but what I mean by that is when you have friends, and females as women, we don't need like yes friends all the time, like yes, to gas you up and do stuff. And but you do want friends that are there to support you in a positive way. And what that means is if you have friends that come around and support you and say, hey, this is good for you, this is not good for you, but they want the best interest, that's a healthy relationship. That's a healthy friendship. But when you have a friend,
lie to each other all the time.
We lie to each other all the time?
No, you guys will say, oh, you look good in that dress, and you'll look like crap in the dress, but you'll say it to make her feel good. And you know you don't.
That's a fake friend.
That's bullshit.
That is a fake friend. Because if you look like I don't know what you're not gonna walk around looking any other type of way with me. I'm gonna tell you,
a true friend is going to tell you about yourself.
Yeah,
you guys
I'm gonna tell
each other that you guys tell each other you're 10s and you're not.
No, so here's this. I got a group of friends that when we go somewhere, if somebody got on something, we do not discuss it. You do not get to ask questions. If you can't wear that with us, we just say cake pie. That means go change your shit. We ain't talking about it. Go find you something else to wear. Cake not a discussion.
Cake pie.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Like that.
And I always ask, like, what are you wearing? Send me a picture of what you're wearing, so I don't come up, overdressed or underdressed. We when we link up, we match. Not like matching outfits, but
if you're casual, I'm casual.
Level of dress, yes.
Right.
Okay, we going.
We don't even talk about what was wrong with that outfit. We just decided you couldn't wear it, and cake pie, get your ass on.
Right. Okay, Trav. Type of relationship that one thing you can't stand about it. Name the type and what you don't like about it.
Pet peeve. Women are so unpredictable, so I really don't want to go into that one. Tootie, I mean, every time I say something, you have something to goddamn say. Anyway,
I'm gonna always, because you make my ass.
I know, and I'm trying to bring you out of the dark, but I've got the lamp, and you're gonna follow me. Listen,
I'm not.
But okay, cool. Relationship that I hate: when you work a job with a coworker, and that coworker will either incriminate, tell, or snitch to make themselves look better to the management. I hate that.
Ooh,
I hate
I can't stand that.
that's a pet peeve of mine.
Why you got them
Because I
gloves
can't.
on?
So me and Trav, you both put work.
You said, what did you say, Tootie? Why do what?
Why you got that glove on?
You ain't never seen no burgundy leather gloves. They're perforated. These are for driving. These are driving gloves. And
Put
when
your
I'm getting,
ass sitting in front of the computer.
Okay,
I'm done.
Off topic.
this
y'all.
is swag for those who don't have it.
That is not swag. That is not cute.
Well, you wouldn't understand.
Get a corn, please.
You look like Freddy Krueger.
You don't worry about
or
that.
Or want to be Inspector Gadget.
Okay, now let me ask you. Okay, so you guys pick the 3 types of relationships that you don't like. Now, in a actual relationship with somebody,
okay,
what type of relationships don't you like when you're with somebody?
Is this man, women, or
Yes?
I can't stand an Eeyore. Like,
what is
there's
that?
never a bright side. I call them Eeyore, like from Winnie the Pooh.
Gloom and doom. We're dead. The world is ending.
I can't deal with those kinds of people.
Okay.
I saw I guess what do we call those, reels or whatever, like a story today, and the girl was saying how she was talking to her friends about her man that's not her man, but that's her man, and her friends were like laughing because she has a boyfriend that's not her boyfriend. So when I was reading it, you know how you click on one reel and then it kind of takes you to one that's similar to the next and stuff like that, kind of put you into a rabbit hole. But it was funny because it was like people are in relationships that are not relationships, that are not titled as such.
Right.
So I don't know what to call
that's because people allow that to go on.
Wait, what do y'all feel about titles?
I mean, I feel like titles are earned, but it also has to be discussed because you don't want to be put in a situation where the expectation, you're thinking that this is the expectation, that the other person's on a totally different page. So I think titles definitely need to be discussed. So if you're in a relationship and it's exclusive, there needs to be a relationship. There needs to be a conversation that says, this is what we're doing, versus just waking up one day to the same person every day. And then you just assume that you're in an exclusive relationship, thinking you're doing everything is girlfriend wise, and the other guy is like, yo, like, I'm digging you, I'm feeling you, but you're trying to put a title on something that I'm not ready to put a title on.
My thing with that being said is actions always speak louder than words. So if you're acting like you're in a relationship and you're doing things that are like-minded in a relationship, but then all of a sudden you go off and now we're not in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like when you don't say stuff, communication is the key, is basically what I'm saying. If you guys don't communicate certain things, people can assume a lot. And when you assume a lot, it actually can hurt one another because your actions are showing that, yes, I want this. But then at the same time, you're telling me
we're working on this,
I'm not.
or we got to do this, or we're not there yet. Yeah, that's
That's
tough.
What about open relationships?
I don't do those. I don't have any experience in open relationships.
What if it's open?
Well, I guess you know what? I'm gonna say this. I had experience in an open relationship that I didn't know I was in.
What if it's open and you don't know it's open?
Well, that's what Lanita just said. That's what Lanita just said. What if it's open, but you guys agree to it being open, and then one of you have an issue?
Why are you shaking your head, Anita?
Oh, because mine was like, it's serious, but I can laugh at it because I was married and I didn't realize I was in an open marriage because my husband was cheating. So that's what I mean by that. Like, you know, when you think that you're in a relationship, in a covenant, and then someone steps out of it, that person has made the marriage open on that person's end. That's what I meant by that.
But let me ask you this, Lanita. Being that your ex-husband cheated, did you guys get divorced because of the cheating, or was it something else? Did you stay with him after the cheating?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So I stayed with him after the cheating, but the divorce was because he cheated. Yeah. Well, yeah.
So what?
Okay. We're not gonna get personal, but okay. So open relationships, you guys.
Look at Travis's face.
Because Anita, you just totally like you just you.
Well, you asked me a direct question. You know, I'm gonna be 100 with your question. Like,
but you just contradicted yourself.
How?
Because you said I stayed. That wasn't the reason for the.
Yeah, because but you got to think about it. I was that was a whole family dynamic. We were together for 15 years.
Yeah.
So when you end up in a relationship, in a marriage that you were together with this person for 15 years, and then you find out the true being of this individual, 15 years later, you want to help. Like, okay, well, what's going on? How can I fix this? What can we do? And then you kind of you fight for something that you really want, at that particular time. And then when you realize that you're gaining more than losing, when you say, you know what, I can't be in this situation because I'm worth more, I'm valued more. So if you want XYZ 1, 2, 3 up to 18, then that's what you want to do. Then you go and you do that, and I'll just be over here safe.
Right.
So that's what I mean by that. So I don't mean to contradict myself. I was in the situation. And I know that it's easier said than done when a lot of people get in situations. They're like, oh, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't do that. And the reality is when you're 10 toes down and your feet are in the sand, you don't know what you're going to do. Because then a lot of times, like a long time ago, I would say, oh, if this happened, I'm out. But then when I got there, I'm like, well, wait a second.
Yeah.
You brace for it, and then you start making decisions based off of that. So that's what I mean. I'm sorry.
You clarify. Go ahead.
Okay.
I just got a question. This word selection that you women use, where do y'all get this stuff from? I'm worth more, boundaries, narcissism, misogynist. Where y'all get these words from? Because I mean, I'm from the 40s.
It's from life. It's experience.
I'm from the 40s. None of that shit means anything.
To you.
To any man.
I'm from the 50s, and I think that it means a lot, because when a woman has been through certain things, and you evolve though. Huh?
Then all the man cares about, just go in the kitchen and get them pots hot.
What?
You are something else.
I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is that when a woman, but you got to understand that when
run the vacuum and get the pots hot. Nobody cares.
They're stupid.
But we do because this is what happens though, Travis. Think about it. When a woman goes through certain things and they experience certain things, we evolve. Our thinking changes, the way we move changes, the way we look at things, it changes. It actually matures us because we don't look at the same things in the same way. That's why when women go through certain things, they be like, man, she one day she was doing this, that, and the other for this guy because she poured a lot into this guy. Then once the divorce or the breakup comes, she don't got a degree, she don't buy 2 houses, she's driving around and whatever because she started to refocus herself in the hurt. So she evolved.
Okay,
I'm glad you said that. That is really unique. You just said she went in school and got 2 houses and she is cooking and she's loving it and she found the love of her life. What about the ladies that are goddamn on the side of the street with a food stamp card with a goddamn Honda Accord with leaking oil and goddamn she ain't got no food in the refrigerator? Worried about that heifer because there's plenty of them too.
Well, BT, what happens is life hits people at different times, but then people have different struggles and it's all about what you do with those struggles. So we're on L.U.S.T, let us speak our truth. So I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. So there was a time where I had food stamps. This is before I was married. There's a time where I had food stamps. There's a time where I was in line at the food bank and I was getting food for me and my daughter. But those services are there as a crutch when you actually need them. So it's all about what you do when you're growing up to prioritize where you want to be in life. If certain people don't take advantage of those type of resources to make sure that you're good so that you're elevating yourself, then that's that person's fault. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's that person's fault if they know about the resources and they choose not to.
Wait. Well, with that being said, nowadays people take advantage of that just because they
right.
And that's where a lot of people, the woman's attitude or even the man's attitude, if they are raising kids and you want food stamps or you're able to get that stuff, people take advantage.
No. I'm been misinterpreted. I know for the people that need those things, that's great. I get it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the women that say, I don't want to be married, I'm leaving. And now you goddamn catching hell. That is the person. You put yourself in hell. You didn't have to be there. You could have went on back with John and John and let him cook. Tootie, don't rub your face. I'm talking, Tootie. You're not listening.
You know what that
you're
is?
You're not gonna be an asshole on this phone.
You know what that is?
Yes. What is that?
Women like that, it's pride, it's pain, and they're just pride and pain get in the way.
You're 100% right, Nick. Nick, I will say that pride, man or woman, has caused plenty of people to sit there to prove a point that does not need to be proven, and lost valuable years. Just like that right now. Tootie want to say something. She want to agree with me badly, but she's sitting there with her hand over her mouth, looking confused, like she don't know what day it is. Damn it, say something.
Look,
I don't like it.
I got a question. Tootie is chilling. She you know what? You know how she do. She'll speak when she's ready to be spoken to.
No, I don't like it tonight.
Understanding me.
I like your Old Town 357 half dude. I like it. You ain't gotta act like that.
Go to hell.
He did not say Uptown 357.
He did say Uptown 357. Travis, go to hell and get that fast. Let me help send you.
Okay,
you get that ticket.
Let me ask you a question. Have y'all ever been in a relationship and you picked the fight for no reason, just to go and do something or get what you want? Don't all speak at once.
I'm thinking. You know what? I don't think I ever really did that because I'm like, hey, this is what I want to do. But you can't. I don't hear no. Like you can't tell me no. You can't. I'm gonna do it anyway. But I'll let you know I'm gonna do it. But I don't think I've ever been in a position where I lied about.
Tootie, you're not gonna do a damn thing. I'm gonna take your car keys.
Nigga, they got Ubers.
You getting a goddamn Uber,
Watch
Uber,
me.
and it ain't been sanctioned by me that you can go.
Watch me.
And it ain't been sanctioned by
Watch.
me that you can leave.
Watch
You
me.
leave out this goddamn house and see what happens.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I guess you just gonna be pissed off when I get back.
I'll
Because I
stone
turn
your
my
ass.
location off and everything. You'll be looking.
Trav, as a man, have you ever picked a fight just to leave? Or
All the
just
time. That's his habit. That's why he mad about the Uber.
Not necessarily, but I have said this to leave. Ain't shit right around here. I gotta get out of here. Just get the hell on.
Oh, any day that ends with a Y, I can't stand you.
Ain't shit around here. And you gotta throw your arm up like that, man. I'm gone. God damn it,
Because that's just dramatic. That's
yeah,
like
you gotta do that. I ain't eating none of this shit. I'm out of here. I don't want to eat this goddamn food. All this bullshit's going on around here.
oh my goodness, that was funny.
Where?
This Negro. I can't, Trav. I can't.
I don't know where we got him from or why we keep.
Why? We gonna talk about that later.
Throw your arm one more time, Trav. I need to see it one more time.
And I ain't got to deal with all this shit. I'm out of here.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me ask y'all that. Lanita had a call, I think.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. When you guys apologized in your relationships from doing wrong, have you ever apologized and really didn't mean it? You were not sincere, but you tried to make it be sincere?
Yes.
Yeah, I tried it. It didn't work though.
Yeah.
I couldn't stick to it.
But for me, if honestly, if apologizing was something, I'd be like Leonardo, because I mean I'm a great apologizer. I'm great at that. That's good stuff.
What about a chore-based relationship?
Most relationships are chore or transactional, and people don't realize that they are. Most relationships are chore or transactional, and people don't realize it. They don't want to believe that.
That is the one.
Because
truth.
if I stop doing this or start doing that or don't do these things, shit gonna fall apart.
Facts.
Like my parents, my mom, when I say my parents, I'm referencing my mom and my stepfather, and they've been married since 89. So that's 33, going on 34 in August. And I guess I'm just gonna say this must have been a conversation that they had amongst themselves, because it's always been that way in their house. So my mom takes care of the house wall to wall. She cleans, she cooks, she washes clothes, all of that. And anything outside the house, be the cars, the yard, whatever, my stepdad does all of that stuff. And there's never been a fight about it. And I think they just set those expectations like really early in the relationship. So it was never one of those. It's never been an argument about who's gonna do what.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right. Okay.
But Tootie, here's the thing. In a business, in a company, in a relationship, there are labors that have to be done to make sure things are smooth. So I applaud your mom and dad for operating under those guidelines, because it makes things easier for both parties. You know what I'm saying? Like there's things about being single that I particularly hate now. Like I always have went to the grocery store and I like it to pick out food and pick out watermelons and pick out oranges and shit like that. But the fact of is when you have another set of hands, it's easier. It just is.
And see, my mom has always been the grocery shopper. Like when I was in like school or whatever, I would probably like my mom went grocery shopping every Sunday after church faithfully. And I would always go grocery shop with her. And so now that me or my brother aren't there, my stepdad is like, oh wow, I didn't know they had this at Sam's. So now she gets excited because it's like simple things like that. He didn't go in grocery stores. He didn't go to Walmart because everything that he ever needed, she brought it when she went shopping. So now,
just as well, and as with my mother and father, like my dad ain't never going to no grocery store. What he doing in there?
yeah,
But on the flip side, my mom would say what type of car she like, and he would go to the car dealership and buy it, or wherever you would get it from. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get both sides of it. I mean, those things for me. I mean, as a man, I gotta have purpose, so that makes it easier for me when those things are set up that way.
Okay, with that being said, let me ask you guys a question. When you are in a relationship long term, have you ever had sex with your partner when you're pissed off just to please them? No, Tootie?
when I'm pissed off, don't touch me.
Mm-hmm.
Do not touch me. Till now, I'm not guilty of that one.
Trav?
I'm not gonna even sleep in the same bed with you when I'm upset, so that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I'm me personally.
Don't touch me.
I'll make I'll make a goddamn sleepover pallet on the floor. You can't fuck with me, like I will.
Have you ever been annoyed in your relationship and did not know why?
Yeah.
No, that's woman shit. No.
Yeah, I realized I didn't like him as a person.
Mm.
And I was like, but I've invested so much time in here. Do I just like stop fucking with you altogether? But I
What,
was a lot of
Trudy,
time in these.
Trudy, where is this man now?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't care, honestly.
I don't give a fuck.
You just throwed him away.
Shit, bye.
I have learned that I am a person that when I'm patient. And I'm patient beyond the average patient person in relationships. But when I'm done, it ain't nothing you can say, nothing you can do. I'm through. I don't give a shit. You don't gotta call, don't come by, don't send smoke signals. I don't give a damn because I literally erased you off the planet. So, like I said, I have no idea.
A nigga can't even put a message in a bottle.
Now, if he can do it, I'm just gonna say if it come to me, I ain't gonna read.
Instead of message.
a message in a bottle.
Oh my God, Christina Aguilera, if you don't sit down soon.
Can't stand Travis.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let me. What other types of relationships are there? Let me ask you this. What about sibling relationships?
I got 3 brothers.
Those are tough. Those are tough. Those are tough once you get older. They're tough.
Mm-hmm.
I
agree.
Because, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because again, I always say this. I was raised by men. Like I'm the baby of 5 sons, so I like things that I had to learn until I got older. Like too, that I didn't know you didn't point at a person until I got about 3 years ago. You can't. I didn't know you can't put your finger in someone's face. Hey, fuck you. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was that's the wrong way to handle things. But to
Who
my
says
defense,
this in their 40s, Trav? Oh my
I didn't know.
God.
I've been around men my whole life. I ain't been. My mom is the only woman that's around. So we point
and
at
men
each other.
do things differently from women. Gotcha.
Okay, you don't have female siblings, but you have female cousins. And your female cousins, are they like your sisters? Like a sister to you?
I would view them like that, but these ain't regular women. They whoop women. They whoop a regular house woman. They beat the hell out of her. A regular lady that vacuum and and change diapers and wear dresses, they'll fuck them up. They ain't ready for that. No. No. Shout out to my cousin Tammy. I love you, baby. I know if you ever see this. No, my cousin Tammy will fuck a regular woman, slap the fuck up. You ain't ready for that. She'll slap you and bust your bra strap. You ain't ready for that.
Hey, Tammy. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, Tammy.
Kudos from San Diego, girl. Okay. Next type of relationship. What about your children's relationship?
With me or with they who with who? Between me as a father and my girls?
Let's say your child is 19 and she has a relationship with a man.
Okay.
And you didn't like the man, but she did, and she's over 18 now, so she can cut you off.
You can't as a man, you can tell them. This is the thing about girls. If you can tell them, you can plead, you can talk. They're gonna go towards that guy if you try to pull them away. So the best thing to do is say, hey, he might not be the best person for you,
Mhm.
and let them figure it out. Because if you try to pull him apart, she's gonna go to him, and she's gonna give him an enormous amount of vagina. And you don't want that to happen.
Did you
Say
say
that
an
again.
enormous amount
Say
of
that again.
vagina?
Say that again out loud.
She, she's gonna give if you try to pull your daughter away from the guy you don't want her to be with, she's gonna give him an enormous amount of vagina, and you're not gonna, and he's gonna take all of it, and she's gonna be rolled hard and put up wet when he gives her back to you. So
I haven't not heard that saying in years.
what? I'm trying to
Bro,
I'm
Jeff,
trying
I
to
can't
save you.
stand you.
I'm just trying to save you fellas and ladies, your daughter some
that's
penis pressure.
that's fact.
He's gonna put a lot of pressure on her. She gonna be giving him, like, if you say don't mess with Charlie. Charlie gonna put pressure on her that night. He gonna knock the lining out, and then you gonna be mad.
Okay. On a serious tip, your son, you got a son now.
Okay.
Your son is 20. He's with the girl that you don't like because you seen her at the restaurant with another dude. And you told your son, but your son made every excuse for her.
Okay. I'm gonna answer this.
What
I
guidance
got something for this.
what guidance do you give your son without losing your
I'm
son?
gonna say, man, listen, don't mess with her. And in the words of Charleston White, yeah. That girl got a sex demon, and she's gonna lead you in the wrong direction. She's gonna do stuff that a regular woman can't do. So please stop. He's not gonna stop either. He's
Right.
gonna run to her. He's not gonna stop either. Because this girl is doing stuff that regular women ain't doing. She's sucking fingers.
Toes.
Yeah. She's giving him a hand job and a head job and putting her hand over his mouth. He don't know whether to run, cry, scratch his ass. It's a lot going on in that room. So you're not gonna be able to compensate for that.
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing you can do is just talk to him and help him get through it.
And
And then
be there
hopefully,
for him. Be there for him when
oh, he's gonna be fucked up. He's gonna be fucked up and broke when it's over.
yeah.
But you're gonna have to help him
Yeah.
and give him some money and give him a sandwich because he's gonna lose weight. He gonna fuck his car up and he ain't gonna have no car insurance. A lot of shit's gonna get ready to happen.
Oh my god, he's gonna get
They
fat.
said give him a sandwich because
He
he gonna
better
fuck his
go-
car up and lose weight. Okay, Travis.
I'm just telling you what's gonna happen.
I hate you. Okay.
Every day I do.
Okay. What about an associate relationship? But the associate, you gotta be cool to that person because that's your way in.
Well, that's a woman thing because men don't really fuck with each other like that. But I understand what you guys have to do to get in because when in those bad situations, you got a lot of women that are really anal and nasty about shit. So I get it.
Women are trifling.
They can be. It
Men,
was
men
there
are
was this
hard and women are trifling.
it was this one girl that I was cool with at one point.
Mhm.
And thought she was cool when I met her, but the more I got to know her, the less I liked her. Well, what was funny was she wanted to hang out with my friends. Mm-hmm. And she would invite them to do stuff behind my back, but none of them liked her, so they wouldn't go. And I always thought that was like really, really funny.
Right.
And so like now, she's one of those people who are like, she has these fallouts. If you don't know that y'all fell out, you just fell out, according to her, and she disappears off the planet. But I'm still friends with all of the friends that I made with her. But I don't know if any of them even talk to her. They're like, oh, well, you know how she is, and don't nobody be fucked up about.
Okay, let me ask you this. Types of relationship with your ex.
There's not one.
Could you ever be cool with your ex?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Are there children involved? Are there children involved?
Let's say the first round, no children involved. It's just an ex.
No, I don't have uniquely, I don't have a woman from my past that would give me 2 cents.
See, I feel like, okay, if there is children involved, you got to deal with each other. So communication is the key. If that person is like, for me, I'll give you an example. I'm with Greg right now, right? That's my guy. But I'm hella cool with my ex-husband. We co-parent very well. It wasn't always like that. Have it. Whew. It took 4 years for us to get that way, but we got it. And by us getting there 4 years later, like, I look at him like my homie. He's my homie.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that I can have that kind of relationship because we have a child. Now, if it was somebody that I didn't have a child with, Travis, move your cell phone away from your computer. If it was an ex that I don't have a child with, I mean, there's no point in to even communicate.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have kids, so
yeah.
I mean, if I see like my ex's relatives or whatever, I'm like, hey, what's up? But I got one ex. Every time something major happens in his life, bad, his mom calls to tell me about it because she wants me to call and talk to him, and I still don't.
Why don't you lend an ear to him?
Because we're not in that space. My thing is this: if you have a wife,
oh, he's married.
Uh-huh.
You have no business talking to him. I'm sorry.
I don't. I'm completely off limits.
Yeah.
But let me say this, and that's where like it gets great for me. Like and maybe I'm wrong when I'll say this, but like a woman that doesn't have any children with me really can't
say shit. Hate shit.
She can't say shit to me. Like you don't. I mean, because if I got kids with you, I've got to deal with you in some capacity. But without children, like, there's nothing really to talk about.
But what if you and your ex, the one that did not have children with, but you guys were together at a younger age, but you guys were hella cool after you broke up, and then you got with somebody, you had children, you were together for years, you even introduce your ex to that.
Are exes really ever really cool with each other though, outside of children?
Absolutely. I can vouch for that.
Okay. I mean, I can't go against that. I mean, in my case, it just never worked.
I honestly feel like I could be hella cool with anybody. I don't care if they're your ex, your homie, your coworker, whatever. You just know your limit of communication.
Right.
You know what you can say and not say. And you put, again, a woman's word, You put boundaries because, and what we mean by that, Trav, is the ex that you don't have a child with can't call you at midnight because there's no fucking reason for nobody to contact you.
I'm not going unless there is a medical emergency.
That's my point. That's my point.
I'm not gonna unless there's a medical emergency. I'm not gonna call my ex-wife at night or text
That's my
at
point.
all.
That's my point. So,
And the reason that I'm not gonna do it, the
mm,
reason I'm not gonna do it is because unless we sit down and have a conversation about the nature of our relationship, I'm not gonna do it. I'm me personally, I'm not crossing those lines because
but anything to do with your children, you will.
I'm super intentional about anything and everything that I do.
Yeah.
So if we are in a situation where and I'm using relationship period, a woman that has been married,
Mhm.
then let's talk about it. Let's say, okay, this is what we're doing. But if it's a situation where you and her are just like, nah, because you can't, like, Tootie, listen, you just can't run up on me and expect me to bow down and go along with your bullshit because you're a woman and you got a vagina, and I'm not doing that. So fuck that.
Right.
So a lot of guys don't use sexual discretion. They just go along. So, oh, this is my kid's mom. I'm gonna have sex with her. No, mm-mm. I'm not gonna fool myself like that because here's the catch: if I start doing that,
Mm.
and you still dating other people and doing what you want to do, and emotionally, I get fucked up in that. A lot of men won't admit that. They won't admit this. I
Right.
get fucked up in it. And I say, hey, what you doing? We were sexual with each other. Then she turned around and said, motherfucker, you know what it is. We ain't together. No, 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 no.
Mm.
No, that's stupid. That's stupid to set your own self up emotionally like that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Two grown-ups cannot physically be intimate with each other without either both falling for each other or one of them saying, this ain't the best move. It don't work like that. Your
Mm.
exes for a reason. If you're gonna be together, be together. If you fucking and then you one person don't know what's going on, I ain't fucking with that. That's a bad decision.
Ever heard
That's
that? You ever heard that saying, a reason or a season?
exactly. That is a recipe for disaster.
Hmm.
Yeah. Lessons to lessons. I got you.
And
Yeah, that's not the right move.
I will say this to the younger generation. We always say, know who you messing with, but not all the time you're gonna know because you're too young minded and you're not gonna know. You're just gonna
Tootie, I mean Tootie, I'm sorry, Tootie. Nick, the problem with that is, and I'll say that before we wrap it up.
mm,
Um, the problem is that this when somebody needs something from you, whether it's love, finances, shelter, um, a sense of belonging, family. When somebody needs something from you, they can play a good role for 5 or 6 years to get that need fulfilled. You don't know who they really are. And then when you find out who they really are, you're like, cool. Oh shit, this person, he ain't there for me. He's there for the situation.
mm,
Because when you genuinely build relationships or ties with somebody, it's hard just to cut those things off.
yeah.
That's extremely hard. And if you have the ability to do that, then you're a different type of person. It's hard to just say, oh well, you know what? I've been married 13 years. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. But I was cool with his sister, his brother. We had every
That's
January. That's hard.
that's different with women because women fight during, men fight after.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Okay.
Women
Yeah.
fight during, and then they get so fed up that they're done. They're once they're done, they're done. But then the men fight after because they're like, shit, I really lost her. The truth
Well,
is
uh,
men don't know what they have until it's gone. Women,
and on the flip side of that, I think a lot of times men don't realize how much they love their exes or their girlfriends they're going through the separation until it's over.
yeah,
I think that, but in lieu of that, here's the thing: you got another group of men that are able to just cut that. That's a bad. Now, for real, that's a bad dude. When I say bad dude, and I mean bad, like That's a different mindset. If you can pick up, blaze a new path when you have children and leave your children behind, you are a different type of man.
Now
I,
I'm gonna say
I
this.
can't resonate with that.
I'm gonna say this to the ladies out there: if you have children with a man and you left him because of cheating, or you left him because anything that's non-violent, work out your marriage. That to me is, I hate to say it, but that's almost like traditional ways, because back in the day, we didn't have the cheating was normal back in the day. I hate to say it, but a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Your daddy cheated on your mama.
But check this out, Nick. I'm
Or
glad you just.
or your mama cheated on your daddy.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That's true. Let me say. Let me say this. Let me say this, Nick. With what you just said. Unfortunately, what you just said goes against the sisterhood, because the sisterhood would never tell a group of women that. And it's funny that you say that. And I'm gonna give a quick little rundown. I promise I won't hold you long. The sisterhood will tell you to leave your husband. The sisterhood is never going to pick your kids up from daycare. They're never going to give you any extra money for groceries. They're never going to do those things, because that same woman that would tell you to leave would not leave her husband. So for the ladies that bite that pill and don't listen, more women in their 50s and 60s are not telling young ladies, hey, you're going to go out there, you're going to start dating, and you're going to get up underneath him, and he's going to have a caboodle of problems. He's going to have an ex. He's going to be paying child support. He's going to all these different things that he's going to be going through. And when you make those decisions, you can't turn around. Now your kids are not around their biological father, and yada 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 yada. I'm a big proponent for this. If a man is taking care of you, he's not beating your ass physically. He's not leaving for days on a time. Now, if somebody cheating, and I've said this before, and he come back 2 days later with his underwear in his back pocket, God damn it, you can't do nothing with that. You got to get rid of him.
yeah.
Shit. I mean, seriously, Tootie, for real. If you got a disrespectful motherfucker,
I got something to say off after you. Go ahead.
you got a disrespectful motherfucker that come back 2 days later with his underwear in his back pocket. What can you do with him? For real. But if you are a woman and you're trying to actively catch your dude cheating, why don't you use that same effort in the marriage to try to make
Keep
the
him
marriage
home.
go? Yes,
Yeah.
or make it go. Why are you doing that as opposed to working on your marriage, saying, you know what, this is stupid. Let me fix what I got going.
And I'm gonna tell you this. On this note, we're gonna end it here. A sisterhood is not somebody that will tear your family apart. A sisterhood is somebody who's going to motivate you to work things out with your husband, no matter the circumstances. Because at the end of the day, if you have children, if you have financial stability, if you have your families know each other, all it takes is communication. People make mistakes. Now I can understand, like, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 30 times and they still don't get it. But a sisterhood is gonna uplift you, promote you. They're not gonna say, leave that motherfucker, leave that, do this, do that, because a sisterhood is because that sister that's telling you to leave him and fuck him and leave him alone, she wants to fuck your man. Okay, I didn't really didn't mean that. I really didn't mean
she
that.
will
That, but
she will fuck him though.
oh,
And what Nick said, she'll fuck him, and she, if that was her husband, she would not leave him.
most women that tell you any kind of negative thing about your marriage is envious. They envious, jealousy. Now, on the flip side of that, let me take that back. On the flip side, if you're abusive and you're telling your best friend, your sisterhood, that you're getting beat up, you better listen to your sisters. Because
That's my. I have two things about relationships. I think
abuse,
abuse,
number one.
that's not gonna happen, Because I smothered you last night when you wanted to fight. You didn't wake up this morning. I don't play that shit. Abuse, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, you need to get your shit and get up out of there.
Yeah.
And negligence, as in controlling. Like, I once had a friend who was dating this.
Will lead to abuse.
Well, yeah, but he was married. She was married to this guy, and it got to the point that he kept her at home, and he was working, and shit started getting cut off at my house because you done went and got you a side piece. I don't play that. Cause
so what now? Wait a minute.
He went and got a side piece. So now shit getting cut off at the house, like lights, phones, whatever.
He wasn't paying the bills, he was taking care of the side one.
Yeah. You gotta leave for that too.
Absolutely.
Those are two things.
That's abuse in my mind.
Yeah, what I'm saying. So those are like,
wait a minute.
There are various types of abuse in a relationship, and the system.
Wait a minute. You're saying if a man is not taking care of his responsibility of the house and he's taking care of a side woman,
right?
You saying that you said that is just unacceptable to you.
Absolutely.
What if that girl got good pulse?
I don't give a.
Nigga, my lights better be on.
You go get all the push you want, but I bet my refrigerator better stay full and my lights better be on. Yeah.
But on that,
I just want to know.
Listen, on that note, y'all,
hey,
we are close to our hour. I love y'all. We gonna see y'all, but I'm going to tell you, sisterhood, promote the relationship, promote staying together, communicate. If it's abusive, if it's situational, I get it.
Because I'm the supporter. Like,
but
if
support,
you and him going through whatever it is, you need me to pick your kids up. I got to babysit, whatever. I help single women because I know when my mom was going through her stuff with my dad, she had a best friend and her husband, and they helped take care of me and my brother, like along with the rest of my family, but still. So I support single women.
Amen.
I'm agreeing with that. Tootie, I agree with you supporting single, but here's the thing, and you may not be that way, Tootie, but for a lifetime, you can't give her enough help that biological father would give. Not you in particular. So that's why when women say leave, I wouldn't take that. That's a bunch of bullshit. Because you don't know what you'll take until you face man and woman. Until you face it in a relationship. You don't know the fuck you'll face. That's a lie.
And I'm gonna tell you this on the sisterhood. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You are sisters, stick together, but they don't know what goes on behind closed doors. So let me tell you, if I was that woman and I went to my sister and I was like, he hit me, he did this, he did, and I'm knocking myself in the face to make it look like I got bruises, but I did it myself. But you're blaming the man. That sister is going to be like, oh no, we got you. Know the true story, know the full story. There's two sides to every story. Don't believe just the sisterhood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say one more thing real quick. Like you said, I really like what you said. I was looking at something today on YouTube, and there's an ex-NFL player. I think his name is Travis Randolph. He got into a situation with his ex-girlfriend. She put hands on him. They were arguing. She called her brothers and cousin. He unloaded on the car, and one of the guys in the car, if I'm not mistaken, passed. She didn't get an accessory to murder charge. Well, my point with that is this, ladies, stop calling your cousins, stop calling your brothers, stop calling your cousin, your male friends
members
to do something. Stop doing that shit. Somebody will get hurt, and if you're in the right state, you're gonna get an accessory to murder charge because you called them over there. It's not that big of a deal because your feelings are hurt.
Yep.
Your feelings are, and I don't mean this like your feelings aren't valid, but your feelings in that very moment are not more important in a person's life. They're not. I don't care how you feel about it. They're not. I don't care how you feel about it. So being mad that a man either has done something to you or is willing to break up with you and you want to inflict harm upon him is ignorance. If you go and incite a war with a man and you get that war back, who is it really his fault? Because if he said stop, leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
I'm just it's a lot of things that I think we don't look at the right way, and a lot of times we get into situations where we turn around and we say, "Well, he did this or she did." Man, it ain't worth nobody's life. Let him go.
Pussy whipping, dick whip. Don't get nobody killed. And on that note, we love y'all. Until next time, subscribe to Lust, Let Us Speak Truth, where we talk real shit and we speak our truth. Love y'all. Until next
Tootie,
time.
you better say good night right now.
I better say what?
Good night to the people, right?
Bye, people.
That's what I need from you, damn it.